Attention Bradison fans, Bryce Hall has finally opened up about his thoughts of Addison getting hit on by Jordan Tucker, and we have all the details. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 Celebrity News. Bryce Hall finally opened up about basketball player Jordan Tucker hitting on Addison Rae on TikTok. A little background for those who need some catching up. Bryce and Addison went on a few dates last year. At the beginning of this year, Addison confirmed they are just friends and not in a relationship. Bryce has been posting TikToks and tweets showing how much he still likes Addison and even admitted she was the best girl he ever dated and would date her again. Meanwhile, basketball player Jordan Tucker also has been shooting his shot for Addison, posting TikTok duets with her, showing he was into the TikTok star. Then Addison and Jordan started following each other on Instagram.
Yes, and then we just saw, before we started filming this, there was a recent video of Addison where someone asked her about, is she dating Bryce Hall? And she said no comment, which
Is a comment.
is a comment.
Two journalists.
Yes.
We're saying it's a comment.
Usually not always. When you say no comment, it means that yes, you are, that is true, and you're just not ready to admit that yet.
Definitely.
Granted, they could just be figuring stuff out, so they don't want to make a public statement as they're figuring out what they are, which we totally respect and get. But I think the thing is that fans ship this couple so hard that any glimmer of hope that they could possibly be together gets people really excited.
I'm sure her and Bryce are figuring out how to move forward in like the best way. Because
Right.
last time it didn't work out super well. They ended up like cutting things off, whatever it was. So now I think maybe they're trying to figure that out. And she's like, no comment right now. We're not together.
Yes.
But let us figure it out, and
Let
then
us
we'll
figure it
let
out.
you guys know when we know.
When we
You
know, exactly. So later, Jordan would say that on Instagram Live that him and Addison did DM, but he ended the conversation and basically essentially ghosted Addison. Meanwhile, Twitter thinks that Addison bailed Bryce out of jail, which she never confirmed or denied, but around the same time, Addison's mom first told fans that Addison and Bryce are not in a relationship, and then she tweeted, "Stand Bryce Hall for clear skin." Then a few days later, Bryce and Addison were spotted protesting together for the Black Lives Matter movement in Los Angeles.
And Gabby and I think like when you protest with someone, it's such a meaningful thing to get out there in the streets and protest. So I feel like you bring someone you care about.
Yes.
Like you're with your besties or your family or your boyfriend.
Or we're assuming that people that are protesting together are protesting with those that they are quarantining with because the quarantine is still not lifted fully in Los Angeles.
Definitely.
So, but we do know that Bryce has been breaking quarantine rules. So
Yeah, I don't know if those boys ever really followed the rules.
But it was interesting because it was like Bryce and his boys, Addison and Addison's family, and the fact that they were all together, it just kind of was like a little telling that maybe they're figuring stuff out. And also, Addison's mom denying that they're in a relationship doesn't deny that they're not like figuring out what's going on, because a relationship is like a serious step.
Definitely. Up until this point, we never heard Bryce Hall's thoughts on the competition, Jordan Tucker. Now we have them in a video that was released but filmed a few weeks ago. Bryce tells the podcast host that there is a basketball player who is low-key shading him because he's trying to get with Addison. Bryce went on to say that Tucker is shooting his shot with Addison, and Addison is just not giving him the time of day.
Which is interesting because we know that Addison is following Jordan on Instagram, or I don't know, I haven't checked recently if she's still following him, because that we could all see. No one has seen these alleged DMs between the two of them, so Jordan could just be saying that to sound cool. Like they could just be following, like how do we know that Addison is engaging? But then there's the other side of it where obviously if Bryce is into Addison, he wants it to make it seem like that Addison is also into him, so why would he say, oh yeah, she DM'd him, but
they're talking.
They're talking, like he wouldn't admit that. Bryce went on to say that he made TikTok videos as a joke. He was getting a lot of heat for this by doing this video that kind of was the same video that Jordan had posted. And we don't know who did it first, but it's a duet with Addison where she's in bed and she posted this video of her like me waking up to my future bae. And both Jordan and Bryce around the same time posted themselves in a duet with that. So Bryce is saying that he posted his video as a joke. When Bryce put his video up, everyone tagged Jordan in that video saying, "You just lost to a TikTok boy." Bryce says that he never responded to these comments or even said Jordan's name before this podcast interview, and he never talked any shit about the basketball player, who apparently keeps trying, saying that Bryce has nothing on him. Bryce goes on to say how he's a little intimidated by Tucker, who is like 6'8", although the podcast host of the video jokes that Bryce's dumbass would fight anyone, to which Bryce agrees that he probably would.
Definitely.
So if given the opportunity.
I will say, I think confidence outdoes height every time.
Yes.
Like most times.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Bryce is a super confident person. I also think him and Addison have history, and history always wins. I'm not really too worried for Bryce. Like, I think Jordan Tucker was like a fun little fling or like kind of an exciting thing,
or
you know?
a crush,
It
a
was
flirt.
new.
I don't know, but it's.
But LOL when he says you just lost to a TikTok boy. I love Bryce. I just think he knows who he is, and I just think it's awesome. So.
Really, it's so funny. Well, and then also, to be fair to Jordan too, Jordan did also say that he wasn't pursuing this anymore. I think not just because he realized that he could not stand up to Bryce, but also because fans, he has a big fan base, and his female fans were really hurt that he had a crush that wasn't them.
I bet even like the Bradison fans came for Jordan Tucker.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Probably,
I can only imagine.
Probably. Well, we like Jordan and we like Bryce. Obviously, we stand Bradison, and we hope that this relationship works out.
This is very true.
Very.
But what do you guys think is going on here with Bryce Hall and Addison Rae? Are they getting back together? Let us know your thoughts. I'm Gianna Rosenberg.
I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.